Hey guys, it's Jonah here. We're back with Supermarket Sunday, and oh my god, it has been a lovely weekend. Very, very hot over here in the UK. That's why I got the old sun hat on. Had a barbecue yesterday. Oh, life is good. But I have been back at the supermarket, and I'm continuing the Marks and Spencer new range. We've got this one, which was the one out of all of them that I found it very, very difficult to get. Sorachi's Saison. Sorachi Ace obviously is the hop, and Saison is the style. It's a Belgian style, as though you guys didn't know. I'm sure you knew that. This one's from the Adnams Brewery. Comes in at 6%, I think. Yeah, 6% on the ABV. I'm very much looking forward to this because Saison, as a Belgian style, which is a kind of pale ale, a farmhouse pale ale, I guess you'd say, usually brewed in the winter. It has slowly changed into a different hoppy style, so I really want to see what this is an example of. Whoop. Wow, had a trouble getting the cap off. I have resorted to the Dutch opener. It's a clog, damn it, because there's papers everywhere, and the other one, it's here somewhere, but I'm not sure exactly where it is. Let's get this one in a glass. As usual, the style of the bottle is quite nice. I do like it. We'll have a look at that in a second. Try and force a bit of head. There was no head on that bad boy. Yeah. Label, obviously Ace, Sorachi Ace. That's where the Ace cards come from. I quite like this. Got a little neck chief. As I've said before, the only problem is absolutely nothing giving it away on the old tops. Now, pale ale. Well, it's definitely pale, but it's quite hazy. Hey there, you can just about see me through there, but it's pretty hazy. For a style, using a Belgian yeast, I imagine, that's not unusual. I'm not concerned about that. If you look, not much of a head at all. Although, when I move the glass, it looks like what little head there is sticking to the glass. If you're going to have one of these, I'd go for a nucleated glass. This one's just a normal pint pot. Yeah. However, there is a bit of, I don't know if you guys can see, there is some bubbles rising. This looks very kind of lager-like to me. Pale ale, well yes, it's very pale. Let's get a nose in. Instantly, you're getting that that yeast, you know, that Belgian yeast kind of aroma, with a tiny, tiny amount of kind of citrus, like a lemon lime kind of thing going on, and maybe a tiny bit of spice in there, but it's not giving me much. It's not giving much, say, in a way that perhaps a Citra that I've had previously, or even a Centennial, would give you that amazing blast. This one doesn't do so. Let's dive in. Oh, lovely sharp kick there. We're definitely getting that lime, that citrus, but yeah, that pepper definitely in there. Now, I think that's coming from the yeast itself, and the lemon, the herbaceous kind of stuff. A tiny bit green, but it's a little bit in the background. It is coming from the hop, from the Sorachi itself, the Sorachi Ace. Imagine, this is interesting, imagine a kind of lager, a German lager or a continental lager, and then add a little bit more hops in. That's kind of what you'll get. Saison typically were conceived by the farmers to quench the thirst of the peasants, the peons, the farm workers working on their fields during the summertime. But back in the day, they couldn't brew in summer because their brews would get infected. So what they do is they do a huge batch kind of in the wintertime, and keep it in a cool cellar or something like that until it was ready. So you'd get a very, very dry beer, similar to a lager, but over a natural kind of cellar temperature. So not as cold as lagering. As a pale ale, that's quite nice, I have to say. You can taste a little bit of the alcohol just in there. This is 6%, so not immensely strong, but you know, you couldn't have too many of these, I don't think. Is it a traditional style? I'd say no. The Saison, the craft beer Saison that we're having at the moment is not, I repeat, is not a typical Belgian Saison. It's not traditional. It's a kind of bastardisation to make it a little bit more fashionable. However, that said, this I quite like. I think this is quite a lovely beer. There we go. Oh, get that out of the way so you can see me. Sorachi Saison, available from the Marks and the Spencers. There are deals to be had. I know. Marks and Spencers is usually quite expensive. There are deals to be done. That beer, I have to say, is really, really nice. I'm trying to see if I'm getting... There is very, very small touch of the kind of clove, the kind of banana kind of thing coming through. And it's all coming through from the yeast. I can say that. Is it a proper Belgian beer? No. But I have to... Is it a bastardisation? Yeah, it is. However, I do like this beer. Against my best reservations, I think this is quite nice. And it does sit well in the marketplace. If you can, go out and find yourself some Sorachi Saison from Marks and Spencer, and you'll see what I mean. This has been Unclejona, ranting and raving as usual on Supermarket Sunday. Cheers and beers, guys. We'll see you next time for some more beer reviews. Till then, take care of yourselves. Make sure you have a beer or two in the sunshine. Oh, Sorachi.